Hey guys, Cruxel. Welcome to Updated, and today we're going to be going over the big update that was just pushed through with CSGO on November 13th, and this is a pretty big update. It's another one where Valve is looking like they're actually starting to focus on some underlying issues instead of adding more cosmetics, which I know you guys were wanting those stat track gloves, but you'll have to wait until the next update, most likely. No, just kidding. For real though, they are adding a new matchmaking system, which is what I'm going to go over first because that's what I'm titling this video for, and I don't want to clickbait you guys. So what it is basically it's called Trust Factor, and they saw that there were issues with Prime. You know, it was pushed through last year. At the beginning, it did see a change. For those of you that don't know, Prime matchmaking is where you have to be level 21 and have a unique phone number tied to your account, and it allows you to play in this Prime League, which, like I said, worked out a lot in the beginning, but now it is kind of blended all together still. I have a lot of Prime games that feel like non-Prime. The hacking and smurfing is still pretty rampant, as you can go online and buy accounts that are level 21, and there's countless phone number sites where you can just get people who have click farms that can do this stuff for you and get you a Prime account, which is really annoying. So they're adding a new system which is called Trust, and this is also to combat those of you that have people who aren't level 21 so that you can still play with them, because they said it kind of split the CSGO player base in half, and they want to keep people who are committed to playing together basically. So the way the Trust system works, they're keeping it a little shrouded in mystery, which is very good on Valve's end. We do not need to know this. A lot like their ranking system, I think they have a way that works and they should keep it to themselves, or else people will find a way to abuse it. So a few of the factors that they talked about in this thread, which you can read, I'm going to link the blog post down below, is saying how frequently you're reported for cheating, how long you have time spent on the game, the overall amount of time on your Steam account that you play games that aren't CSGO, and a lot of other factors. Basically a lot of data from how you interact with players as well and how often they report you. I think this could honestly lead to a actual use of the abusive text and voice. This could go into your Trust, I'm guessing, because before that, let's be honest guys, it was a placebo effect. They're just wanting you to stop bitching, so if you reported someone for abusive voice or text, it probably did next to nothing. And they're not going to display your Trust Factor either, much like your ELO, which is what a lot of people think the ranking system is based on. And again, I agree with that. I don't think it should be shown because otherwise people would start abusing it once they see it getting low. And to improve it, if you guys are worried that you're going to have a low one, stay in your matches, don't be dicks to people, and don't be smurfing, and especially don't be hacking, or else you're a fuckhead for that. So also, you have a Trust Factor still, whether or not you have Prime. If you don't have Prime, it lowers it a bit. All right, on into the next amount of changes. You can see here that they've actually changed up the menu system a bit. So when you come into the game, you're going to notice that there's play with friends and then play with friends in parentheses wingman. And that is because they've kept wingman. Operation Hydra has come to a close. RIP the operation. Now we just have to wait 2.5 years until the next one, most likely. And they've decided to keep wingman, which is the 2v2 competitive system. And there's actually a whole ranking system for it, which I'm going to show you those rank icons right now. And I think these are pretty cool looking, although it is a sign of a different UI change that I think is going to come. And I will talk about that in a bit. Also, they kept Flying Scoutsman, which is now added into what is called the War Games section, which is Arms Race, Demolition, and Flying Scoutsman. It's cool that they're focusing on a more casual way to play CS. It is cool that they kept these because I did have fun with Wingman, and I didn't play too much Flying Scoutsman, but it's pretty much Scouts Knives, which has been in the game forever. Also, all War Games are now max player 12 lobbies. You also have the ability to select maps for Wingman, and you have nearby lobbies. It's a lot like matchmaking, and they're wanting to treat it as such, which is pretty cool. I mean, it'll be kind of legit to hit global in Wingman. Also, the map pools have been updated. There is now a classic competitive map pool, which they brought Dust 2 back into, thankfully, and actually these are the only maps that you can queue for competitive anymore. This list includes Mirage, Cash Inferno, Overpass, Cobblestone, Train, Nuke, Dust 2, Canals, Office, and Agency. Not sure why they kept in Canals and took out my sweet Militia. RIP, which if you guys know is probably my favorite map. And I told myself I would not get emotional. No, but for real, they also updated the classic casual groups, which now has Dust 2 solo still, Diffuser Group Delta, which is Mirage, Austria, Inferno, Shipped, and Cash, Diffuse Group Sigma, Cobblestone, Train, Overpass, Nuke, and Canals, and Hostage Group, which is obviously Agency, Insertion, Office, Italy, Assault. It's cool that they kept a couple maps from the operation. That pretty much does it for the big changes. The other thing I'm going to show you lastly here is the rank icons, which I think honestly look pretty bad. It'll take some getting used to. They kind of tried to flatten it up and make it look a bit more modern, I guess, but I had no issue with the other ones. They honestly look like what a Chinese ripoff of CSGO would use as rank icons, and I guess people are saying it's kind of an indicator of where they're trying to move with the UI. People think it's gonna look like that, so I don't know. Give me your guys' opinions on this update down below. I'll hit you with another video here soon, and hopefully you guys enjoy. See you next time.
I feel comfy on my own. Just beware, they'll take your phone. Couldn't walk in my 10 toes. In the fields, not on the road. I'm out here so rock.